If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. Now, before I start this demonstration, allow me to extend my honors. I gotta give this brother honors. Matter of fact, I gotta give all the GDs that was at that club where Herbo was performing at honors. I know y'all probably like, ugh, come on, man. Now you done jump back on the gangbang thing. No, just hear me out. I gotta give them growth and development brothers honors. And let me explain to y'all why I gotta give them honors. Herbo, according to street rules, street politics, Herbo wasn't supposed to leave that club that night. No. Herbo was supposed to leave in an ambulance or a body bag, according to gangbang structure, according to street rules. Right? Real niggas. He wasn't supposed to leave there. So for the simple fact that, one of the GDs just threw the pitchfork up in his face, and not stab him, not shoot him, all the GDs in North Carolina then swarm him and try to beat him to death. Okay? Being that they didn't do that, I gotta extend my honors to him. Because according to street rules, hey, listen, he was supposed to die. Or get shot up, something. This is street rules. This is not what hood educated want. But we dealing with street guys. And we dealing with street politics. You see, we dealing with street rules and regulations. When somebody disrespect your nation or your gang, you get active. Ain't no talking. When somebody disrespect you and disrespect what you represent, what you live and die for, you get active. And then getting active, shooting, stabbing, beating, taking a life. This is street rules we talking about. This gangster stuff that we talking about, y'all. So for the simple fact that the growth and development brother just threw the pitchfork up in his face, I gotta honor them guys over there because they didn't kill him. They ain't take his life. Now, a lot of people may say, hey, hood educated, what was he supposed to do, man? He's a rich man. Is he supposed to crash out because of a goofy throwing up a gang sign in his face? Yeah. He's a gangster. He rap about gang banging. In his raps, he disrespect every single growth and development member in the United States of America and abroad, because GD's everywhere. They might even be on Mars. They everywhere. You see? So he done disrespected every single last one of them when he said that he is GDK. And no disrespect to my guys, no disrespect to y'all. I'm just, I'm demonstrating. Allow me to rotate. When he said that, when those words left his mouth and went into the ears and into the brain of every gang member or every gangster disciple member, he signed a death certificate. That right there is a, what they call that, a declaration of war. Listen, Some of the hood educated residents and guests, you might not understand what I'm talking about because you're not cut from that cloth. You ain't come from that environment. But for those of us who have come from that environment, we understand what that means. You don't disrespect somebody's neighborhood. You don't disrespect somebody's organization, gang, or whatever. That's a declaration of war. These are street rules, y'all. This how it go. So that's why I got to give honors to them growth and development brothers down there in North Carolina for not killing that man. That's why I give him honors. Because everything that he did and everything that he do, according to street rules, it wanted them to kill him. It wanted them to beat him. Yeah. Spit on him, scratch him, whatever. But see, the brother just wanted to humiliate him in front of the world. You see, he just wanted to put it in his face. Yeah, you always talking about you GDK, you dropping the rakes and all this. You always talking about you doing this. Now you in the presence of a real GD. Here. Now what? Why didn't he drop him right then and there? Why didn't G Herbo, as soon as that brother stepped to him and said, hey man, listen, why didn't he say, no, I drop him? Why ain't he do nothing? Because he ain't really like that. He ain't really like that. You see? And he got exposed. And I'm glad that he got exposed because listen, I like G Herbo. I like him. I like his rap. I like his music. But it's certain things that he do that he don't have to do. But being that he want to keep up this facade and this reputation and he want to be tough, he got to do certain things. At least that's what he believe in his mind. But he don't because he already made it. You look, I can understand on your way up, you still in Chicago, you gang banging and stuff like that. I can understand you doing that because you mean that at that hour. But you don't even live in Chicago no more. You rich now. You don't have to do this no more. You don't have to disrespect people no more. That's over with. You're not jumping in stolen cars, sliding on your ops. You're not doing none of that. Yeah, you can rap about this type of stuff because you come from that. But at the same time, disrespecting people? Nah. I don't know a gangster disciple rapper that disrespected G Herbo. To have him running around saying that, he GDK all the time and I GD, look, I know, let me say something, right? Because I know my growth and development brothers, y'all probably, hey hood, come on man, like nah, we understand what you're saying. You ain't got to keep saying GDK, man. We understand, man. Y'all let me rotate, man. Y'all know I don't mean no harm, man. I'm not on that. Y'all know I'm all about peace. I'm all about LSD, Lord, Stones, and Disciples. I'm all about that right there. Unity, I'm all about that. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know, now you know, right? Now, listen to me when I say this to y'all. After being exposed, right? This is how messed up the mentality is, or your ego and your pride to get to you. After G Herbo was exposed, right? And didn't do nothing when a GD threw the fork up in his face, this is what he had to say. Check it out. Nah, we're not trying to hear that, G Herbo. We're not trying to hear that. We street guys, remember? You had a perfect opportunity to drop the rakes in that guy's face as soon as he threw it up in your face. All you did was look at him. You had the perfect opportunity to prove to the world that, listen, I mean what I say what I mean. I'm GDK. I can't stand y'all. I hate y'all. And it don't matter. You had the perfect opportunity to do that, but you didn't. Because you're not like that. And so with this demonstration right here, I'm talking about all the young guys. I'm talking about all you youngsters. I need y'all to learn from this. These rappers be lying. Yeah, look, I can't say all of them. I gotta be 100 with y'all. I can't say all of them because some of these rappers is gangsters. You know what I'm saying? And some of these gangsters are rappers. So I gotta be 100 with y'all. But for those of you who listen to G Herbo and he hype y'all up to go out there and put in some work, and then, you know, man, he GDK, man, I'm finna go. Y'all, hey, listen, he ain't with that. So y'all don't let him hype y'all up no more. He can't do that no more. The man got good music and things like that. But as far as, you know, hyping y'all up to go, hey, y'all getting charged up because of what he talking about? No, Don't let that, He done showed y'all what time it is with him. He done showed y'all what time it is. That he ain't on that type of time. You see? He ain't on that. But see, it was getting at him so much. Because within himself, by him knowing that he's putting out this gangster facade, right? He putting out this gangster persona. He know within himself he was supposed to get active. So not only did he just leave that post, but then he had to get on the internet and let everybody know. Check it out.
Hey man, y'all think I made it all the way to 30? Being a fucking idiot, being stupid. Hang it up, man. I ain't never let no nigga trick me on my motherfucking slot. I ain't get hit by accident, man. Straight the fuck up. Nigga ain't gonna never see me crash out. But just know I'm gonna be 10 toes. Everything I believe in, everything I stand for, I'm dying behind this shit. And I go to jail for the rest of my life behind this shit, nigga. And I ain't trying to go do that. You see what I'm saying? I got a family to raise, nigga. I got kids to raise. But everything I believe in, I'm dying about. So don't let that go over your motherfucking head. But you would never trick me on my slot, nigga. I'm here to stay. Straight up.
G Herbo, listen, brother. You don't have to do none of that. We already seen what time it was with you, right? There's nothing else that you can do about that. Just go ahead and leave that alone, brother. You rich. You getting money. You ain't got to be that gangster that you used to be. Okay, it's in you. I understand that right there. But you ain't got to do what you doing now, because now you want to tell some, I bet I get 100 million before a nigga get a house and all that. If you felt that way about that man throwing the pitchfork up in your face, why didn't you do all that stuff then? Why you wait and leave that club where all them GDs was at? Because there's a lot of them down there in North Carolina where all them GDs is at. And then go get on the internet and say, hey man, look, I'm going to drop the rake anyway. I don't care. You throw it up, I'm going to throw it down. But you didn't do it when you had the opportunity to do it. So I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Look, I still like your rap. Not only that, I like what you doing as far as, you know, the positive things you do in your community, the community activist stuff that you do, helping out your school and stuff like that. Man, I'm all for that, brother. I'm all for that. I love that. But this is one thing that I don't like. You ain't got to play tough no more. You ain't got to do that. And you need to correct this right here too. Check it out. You see? Now, fathers, we are the best influencers for our children. Now, it's one thing for our kids to mimic us. That's cool. We laugh at that. You know, like I say, my daughter, when I watch football and the Vikings had that terrible season this year, I'm cussing up a storm. And my daughter cussing with me. She thinking she's saying something good. I'm like, man, this some bullshit. She like, yeah, this some bullshit. And I'm like, hey, whoa, hold on now. Wait a minute. Calm down. You know, Dad. You see? So kids, I understand that right there. Right? But I corrected her. You see? When she's saying things that she ain't got no business saying, hey, hold on. Don't you say that. That was Dad. Dad, you know, I'm mad right now. I'm upset. Don't you, that ain't for you to say. That's for grown folks to say. You see? The correction is that immediately. And you got your boy on the World Wide Web throwing up gang signs and throwing down the forks. Your son, bro. Come on, brother. your son. Now, look, your son ain't come from that life. Your son was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. You see what I'm saying? Man, all praise to the Creator for that right there. That's a blessing. The misery and the pain and suffering that you went through as a shorty, he ain't got to go through that. So having him portray all the gang stuff, correct your boy. Correct him now. Correct him. Because if you don't correct him and say, son, you know what, I love you. You see your dad doing that, that ain't for you to do though, son. You won't come from that life. Your dad did. So you don't got to do that, you know. You can do your hands and all that, but as far as disrespecting people and throwing up gang signs, son, that ain't you. You can't do that. You see? Because you got to correct him like that immediately so you can change that thought pattern, right? Because if you don't correct him, you can't get mad if a GD correct him. You can't get mad. Because listen, we got to understand something, y'all. GDs have died for growth and development. There's people doing the rest of their life in prison for growth and development. People in wheelchairs, people been shot, stabbed, beat for growth and development. You see? And so, you know, I don't believe, you know what, as a matter of fact, I can't even say now, because now the way things is going, the kids are not off limits no more. People will kill you in front of your kid, shoot at you with your kid, and if your kid get killed, oh well, that was his son anyway. He probably was gonna grow up to be a stone anyway. So hey, we got him out the way early. It's crazy right now. You see? So if some GDs was to ever see your son and correct him and do some harm to him, do him bad, I don't wish that on the young man, you know. But I'm just saying though, if they was, it's your fault. You the father. You gotta lead that boy. It's your fault. Because he following your pattern and you ain't even in that life no more. You see? You gotta be held responsible for that right there. If they just wanted to. And I don't believe that no growth and development members are you know, at least I would say growth and develop members. I don't believe that they would demonstrate a measure like that. But the gangster disciples, that's a whole nother story. You see what I'm saying? Them guys right there, hey man, listen. You see? Now those who still demonstrating that, they might say, hey man, look, hell yeah, man, I seen his son, man, I slapped him and then threw the rakes up in his face, man. Like, man, go get your dad that. You see? So you gotta correct him. And you gotta let him know, listen, son, that ain't cool. I'm taking that off the internet. I don't want you portraying that. You see? You an intelligent young brother. You ain't grew up in that. Listen, you finna do this right here. I got you. Don't worry about it. You're not finna do all that madness that I had to do. You see, yeah, it's all cute and all that until the boy really grow up and then starting to, you know, try to take on that image. Then you done lost him. You see, so allow me to say this before I depart. All you rappers, entertainers that run around talking about some, you know, VLK, GDK, CK, BK, and y'all think that it's alright for y'all to do that because y'all entertainers, you sadly mistaken. You sadly mistaken. You could lose your life disrespecting gang members. Now, look, I know a lot of people say, hey, man, they tripping over some hand gestures, man. It's just some gang stuff. Now, listen, you don't have to care about it. You don't. You can say, man, I do what I want to do. And you right, you can. But when the gang bring it to you, you can't say, man, they shot me 900 times, man, just because I threw down the rakes, bruh. I ain't even like that, man. You can't play with those people. You can't play with what they live and die for, what they go to jail for, what they believe in. You can't play with them like that. So when they bring it to you on their level, then you can't be mad about it. You got to accept everything that come with that. You can't say, well, I'm an entertainer. I'm on a whole different, you know, level than y'all. Y'all down here, I look down on y'all. So y'all got to just let me do what I want to do. You see? Do y'all hear the double standard in that? G Herbo can say GDK, GDK, GDK on all his albums and let the whole world see it, and the GDs ain't supposed to get mad about it. They supposed to just be like, hey man, G Herbo, man. Hey, he one of the Stones too, man. And GDs and Stones, we got a bad history, man, in Chicago and all throughout the Midwest and the South. Man, G Herbo don't mean nothing about that, man. He alright. Nah. GDs don't feel that way about that. And obviously, we just seen that. But like I said, I gotta honor them brothers down there because they didn't kill them. I gotta honor them brothers down there because they ain't shoot them, they ain't beat them, they ain't harm them. They embarrassed them. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.